The title of this video is Your Heart Chakra, Gateway to Healing and Enlightenment. I'm presenting this topic in two videos, with the second video being a guided meditation, and this first video being background teachings. The guided meditation is titled Deep Heart Meditation to Heal and Open Your Soul Portal. Your heart chakra, or heart center, is your main subtle energy processing center because it experiences life more from the point of view of your soul than any other place. All the other chakras, like the third eye, the crown, the solar plexus, and all the other energy centers, as important and powerful as they are really only fully usable when the heart center is fully clear, open, and you're living through it. And this is because the heart center is what gives you a direct, enlightened context for all the other chakras. That's what enables you to process your beliefs, your intentions, and your goals through your heart and through your soul. There are two aspects to the heart center, a spiritual aspect and an emotional aspect. The spiritual aspect of the heart chakra is always available, but your experience of it may not be consistent with what you would imagine it would be like. In fact, you may not feel your heart is open, but this experience is not because the spiritual heart is closed, but the emotional aspect of the heart chakra is closed, which is an energy that lies on top of the openness of your spiritual heart. I'll explain. The spiritual heart is open and available for everyone, although it's likely you are insulated from the full opening by emotional blocks. For instance, trust. Trust issues come up opening around the heart. And this is due to the fact that everyone has had experiences in their life of opening their heart emotionally to people, longing, hoping, expecting others to reciprocate and give something in return, only to be disappointed. Just about everyone has had letdowns in this way. This is the nature of being a human being, driven by an ego personality, which is basically a fear-driven thing, and is always defensive and is always looking for something that it thinks is missing. So some people are likely to disappoint you or let you down, or maybe even fully reject you. And this erodes your best intentions of being an open-hearted and trusting person. But with your spiritual heart, you don't look to someone else to fulfill you or give you love, but rather you're connected and integrated with the soul, which contains your true essence and its qualities of unconditional love and all other forms of happiness and goodness. What I'm calling your spiritual heart is actually a rather large area in the center of your chest. It overlaps with the heart chakra and the physical heart. It is your primary point of connection to and access to your soul. Now, your soul's actually quite a bit bigger than your physical body, and therefore it would be more accurate to say that your body is in your soul rather than your soul is in your body, because the soul is present everywhere in you and all around you, so you can access it from different locations, and each one will give you a slightly different aspect of the soul's qualities. So this is why you might hear some people say the soul is in your head, or you can access it through your pineal gland, or maybe your solar plexus. And just for fun, I was curious one time when I was discovering the soul, and I successfully connected with the soul through my big toe. I know it's a little silly, but I guess that's the scientist in me. I have a lot of curiosity about how life and the universe work. In some Eastern beliefs, they say the soul's anchor point is in the body, 10 thumb joints above the navel or the belly button. So if you measure it this way, you're going to find yourself in the center of your chest. And I have found, and many others have as well, it's certainly a place where you can feel the soul the most easily. And why you'll often see singers instinctively put a hand over the center of their chest when they're singing an emotional song. They want to bring through their heart and their emotion. It's also why I often suggest that you put one hand over the center of your chest when you meditate and you would like to have a soul connection. So this is the place you can go when you're not quite feeling trust, or you don't feel spiritual, or you feel disconnected from God, or you're lonely and you're feeling isolated. The center of your chest is the easiest place to sense the presence of the divine light and feel the soul. The center of the chest is a place to go when there is anxiety or nervousness, worry or stress in your body, all of which preclude you from feeling open or connected, or even wanting to be open and connected. One of the effects of doing this is it shifts your attention from your analytical thinking mind into your peaceful heart space. You'll notice that when you do this for a few minutes, your thoughts slow down and you're more easily able to feel your soul and spirit connected. In this case, the heart is a place of surrender. And by this, I mean the heart is a place to enter and surrender, because that's where you're going to find your soul. And when you go there, you'll discover you feel like you're home. Your spiritual heart space is actually like a portal to your soul. It is your interface point with the highest enlightened awareness of the soul, which is your direct connection with God, your divine source. And therefore, it's a place that is not as subject to illusions or distortions or myths or even judgments and opinions. There's more of a sense of direct knowing, or what's referred to many times as just simply realization. When you're attuned to your soul through your heart, you'll find that you can be in peace beyond beliefs, beyond opinions, beyond theories. It's a safe place beyond all the stories. And in fact, when you go deep enough, you'll find you're even beyond concepts or ideas or perceptions. The spiritual heart is where truth and reality are experienced. And they're experienced there completely unfiltered and undistorted. So it is your opening to the highest spiritual realization that you can possibly have. And it's quite a bit different from your emotional heart, which is distorted and does not see things as they are with clarity and no filters. It's actually greatly colored by what you want to happen and hope will happen, and how you assume people are and will be. The emotional heart is always projecting what it wants people to be and who it thinks they are, only to eventually discover you've been projecting a distortion of who they actually are. But it often takes many months, in some cases even years, to discover who and what you thought the person was. That they're not who they project themselves to be or who you think they are, nor do they have the qualities you believed they had, nor could they live up to the qualities that you projected on them. And I think it's a major factor in the divorce rate, because some people sometimes fail to live up to your expectations and they'll disappoint you. The emotional heart is busy, always trying to protect you from the threat of being hurt, especially emotionally. But the spiritual heart, which lies deep in your chest, is a gateway to the purest and highest aspect of your truth. It is where you can feel divine presence and guidance. And this is the place to come home to when you are hurt or lost or confused. So when you need to call on a power, like the nature of the soul itself, this is the place that you want to take your surrender. And it is a place where you can become free from the karmic wheel of cause and effect. You might remember from my previous videos on surrender, and I've done a couple of them at least, the more you are surrendered, the more you're able to live in trust. And to help you have this experience that I've been talking about, I've created a video that's going to take you into the heart, to the soul, through a guided meditation. So I will continue this discovery now with a guided meditation and a separate video, so you can take this understanding into your personal experience. The meditation is titled Deep Heart Meditation to Heal and Open Your Soul Portal. I'll see you there.